Hello. Today, today I've done a million reviews, but here we have Parasite Eve. I always tell my cousin and my family and my friends that video games are going downhill and they are dying off. There have been a few games that have argued and have proven to me that there's still hope. Like I went to my cousin's house and I played his PS4 and I played this game called Uncharted. I think it's The Thief's End or something like that, something about a thief. That game was so cool. Like the gameplay, the playability, the story, it just captured me. The effort and the work that they put into that game was phenomenal and I adored it. But I feel like nowadays games are just kind of losing the whole point of everything. It's just losing the sense of giving a great game to capture you, to involve you into it. Maybe it's just my preference of genre. I really like RPG. I really like adventure, style. I like a few slashers here and there, not a lot. Shooters, I'm very picky on my shooters, I'm more into, in my opinion, the very first shooters that I respect are going to be like on the Xbox Part 1, like Halo, the original Halo, Halo 2, Battlefield Bad Company was a great shooter. I remember Call of Duty. The very first shooter I think I played was Medal of Honor, and I think it was for the PC. Back in the day when you would buy the box with the disc and you would install it on your Windows XP or whatever and play it on there. That was a blast. But nowadays, games is just the same shit over and over again. It's just shooting, Assassin's Creed Part 25, Halo Part 25. What else? Black Ops 30. I'm just tired of all these games. It's just a bunch of shooting and it's really, really boring. Playing online, killing others, super boring, super quick. What else is popping right now? I don't know. I think that's about it. There's no more creativity. This game is an example of why vintage games are so great. My library of PlayStation 1 games can easily outweigh any other console, like PS2, PS3, PS4. The library of games that this thing has is just amazing. A library of good games, I might add. Who in the hell has ever heard of Parasite Eve? Unless you're a gamer like me who's like researching old school video games, it's gonna be not very common that you hear people talking about this thing. Here you can see a really cool artwork of one of the characters. Here we have the manual. It's got a cool bio on each character. Black and white manual, nice images. Keep in mind that this is the same company that worked on Final Fantasy, Squaresoft. Super cool image. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Love the manuals. And here I think we have a demo CD. I have never played it. Here we have the main character. Disc 2. This game is just so cool. Like, I was like, man, I've never played it. It's got some good reviews. Final Fantasy makers, let's give it a try. I popped it in. Within like 2 minutes of pressing the button for new game, I was already captured. I was like, yes, this is what the hell I'm talking about. It's so great. I am that kind of science fiction nerd who's into all that like fantasy, science fiction, weird stuff, but also into science, like not so much just pure fantasy, you know what I mean? It's like biology and stuff like that. A chilling adventure that could only come from the creators of Final Fantasy VII. Come on, if 7 could almost be the best game on the planet, I mean, they could also do something like this. 1998. Man, and this game was early on too. The graphics were pretty freaking good. You know, the backgrounds, the levels are so much fun. The characters, their personalities, the maps, the character development, the story development is so phenomenal. The story is just so good. The story is quite linear, but I appreciate that. It's just kind of like a movie. You just move throughout the level. I mean, it has a beginning, it has an end, and that's kind of how I like my things. Very simple. Open world can be pretty fun, but it takes a lot of discipline and good direction to play an open world game. If you just make it too simple of an open world with just a bunch of side missions, it becomes very boring very quickly. This game is just so good. There you have, like, I'm not gonna say anything, one of the characters. The battle system is so great. They created like this really weird system that I had never experienced before, but it was so much fun. I definitely, you know, just recommend like reading the manual or going through the tutorial and paying attention about how everything's played. But it's great. I mean, it's dark, mature animated violence, mature sexual themes. Not very sexual at all. I mean, you might see some cleavage here and there, very little. Not more than that. So much fun. You have like different weapons. You can even customize your weapons. It was super addicting. I have part 2 and I just started it. It looks great too, but I haven't finished it, so I'm looking forward to that. But as for the 1998 part 1 of Parasite Eve, phenomenal. I am going to give it I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I know that might seem pretty generous, but it's just so damn great. The little power-ups, the weapons, the enemies, the story, the suspense. It's just freaking great. I loved it. Even the graphics, you know, like the cutscenes, super, super good, especially for 1998. Love this game. 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching.